Okay, recording this video Monday, 15th of October 2012. Recording this at 11:25 a.m. Chicago time. Hope you had a good day's trading. I'm done for the day, and the reason for getting this video out early is I'm finally kind of used to the time zone here trading in France. The videos I've been recording previously have been coming out on the next morning, and so if you're subscribed by email, you've effectively been getting those a day late, which has annoyed a couple of people, but anyway, not to worry about that. Thank you for the very kind emails over the weekend. Saturday's video on when everything kind of syncs up and all the time frames are working together seems to have gone down very well, and we had a classic example today. I'm just going to run through that trade, but let's just look at the 45-minute chart, the 135 and the daily chart. And on, I think, Wednesday, Thursday last week, we had the pullback level print, and I said in the video that that was showing a little bit early on the daily chart, and the reason I said that was we hadn't had pullback to end of trend on the 45-minute chart. So trend move on the lowest time frame equaling a cycle move in the highest time frame, and of course dead on cue, Friday's activity, pullback to end of trend. It was a beauty. And we had exhaustion selling, bullish divergence, blue professional bars kind of coming at the lows. So we were set up for this pullback level holding at support, and we just needed to test it this morning and then kind of rally away. So on the 40,500 tip bar chart, which is very close to the 45-minute chart, I always say, same pattern. Friday's activity, pullback to end of trend, exhaustion selling, bullish divergence, all these bullish divergence patterns kind of come in. Blue professional bar before the close of the day, bang, it held nicely. And so with today's activity, we were just trying to find that bottom, and on the 4,500 tip bar chart, as a support level, this is the activity on Friday. Again, another pullback to end of trend. All those blue professional bars kind of trying to hold the early 20s kind of level down here. We had a little bit of a spike down on the Sunday evening, but a strong rally into the open on Monday, and then we just sold off for the first 40 minutes or so of the day until we got that support level holding. And then blue professional bars kind of come in, bang, and we're away to the upside. So I think this is the start of a nice little uptrend. On the 1500 tip bar chart, which is what I always like for my kind of trend direction, you can see we had that sell-off on Friday. Bullish divergence kind of comes in, we race away, we have blue professional bars pre the open, then we kind of sell off. And I always say this, look for that exhaustion selling just to test it during the day, and we got that on Monday. I was trying a little bit earlier, this Rambo pattern, I was trying to get long. I'd taken a half-point short trade kind of into those blue professional bars. I was trying to get long with that blue professional bar and just a little bit early, and then kind of lost point and a quarter on my third trade. So coming into this reversal point here, I was actually net zero after 3 trades. But again, Rambo patterns on the 1500 tip bar chart are really important. When they come with exhaustion selling, it's a very unstable pattern. That's like amateurs trying to short it, they've run out of bullets, and then all the blue professional bars kind of come in. You can see this whole series of spikes down, blue professional bars kind of come in, they kind of race away. Here, my entry point was long 23.25, just at the break of those blue professional bars, trying to get long. Had to sit through another little kind of push down, and each time those blue professional bars are picking it up at the lows, bang, support holds, we finally break away into an uptrend, and it's been a really nice move. I actually moved my target out to 6 points because at 27.25 that was the previous little pivot high there, and when that was going to get hit, there were likely to be stops to be run here. We were going to push up very quickly to 28, which is just 1 point away, which is the high for the day, and so there were going to be stops there. So I pushed my target out to 2 points, by 2 points to 6 points. So I was out at 28.5 on this blue professional bar up here. We're still going up. We're up at 32s at the moment. So this is rushing from pullback to end of trend. So nice little setup on the lower time frames. You can see the lows being made here. Pullback to end of trend, exhaustion selling, bullish divergence, and flush patterns flushing out the last of those sellers. And you can see each time we come into these lows, blue professional bars. Nice one here, Rambo pattern with blue professional bars. So the professionals picking it up after we get a Rambo pattern, which is always a favorite of mine. Then coming into these lows at 23 again, all those blue professional bars kind of coming in. All these exhaustion buying signals as anxiousness of the professionals to kind of get this thing going. They're buying all of that volume kind of to drive it up. and then we go through a pullback to end of trend, and then another one pullback to end of trend, and we're just heading up on the 1500 tip bar chart to pull back to end of trend at the moment here. So we're likely to get a little bit of a rest after that, but there we go. It was a classic kind of little reversal day after we've had that sell-off on the Friday, and we just needed to test those lows, come into that and kind of race away, and so we're into an uptrend now. So on this highest time frame, I think pullback to end of trend is going to kind of work out. The question is how far this is going to go, if it's going to be a weak rally over the next couple of days, or is it going to be a strong rally. I don't know, we got, you know, election kind of coming into this next kind of window of the next week or two. I'm not sure how that's going to play out, so just kind of watch out for that. Anyway, I hope you traded well today. I'll tag on that day trade because it was a beauty, and it was because all of those time frames kind of came together. So keep watching for that on these support level on the 4500 tip bar chart, coming into support levels on the 1500 tip bar chart here after exhaustion selling bullish divergence, and then on the 500 tip bar chart, pull back to end of trend, and all these support levels kind of coming in. So it was just like that video on the weekend, you know, for a classic kind of change in trend. Anyway, hope you traded well, and looking forward to tomorrow. 25 long 325, and just had bullish divergence go off on the 1500 tip bar chart. We had this spike down to 22. Blue professional bar came in after we had exhaustion selling bullish divergence, and then on this last push down into 22s, blue, here we go, blue professional bar came in, and we went to the highs of that, broke above it. So I think our change of trend is in. This was initial kind of amateur rally, come back in. Blue professional bars kind of step in at that point. So we got support on all three time frames, but we'll need to get above kind of resistance 24.5, 25s. So long 23.25. Alright, here we go, just broken up to 25s, kind of just through this previous kind of pivot point here. Target's 27.25, previous high here was 27, so might be worth stretching. I've got the trend change direction correct. It'd be worth stretching the target out. So we'll slow down a little bit. We came into rainbow patterns on the 500, just kind of came off a little bit. We got resistance at 25.25 both time frames. This is important levels, so come back into this little acquisition zone where the professionals wanted to get on board quickly. So hopefully this will hold, break up through 25.5 and be away. So that's what I'm looking for. Okay, we kind of settled down into 23s, a whole bunch of blue professional bars coming on the 500, one on 1500. So seemingly kind of acquiring down on this little dip here, but we need that to break above the highs. That was exhaustion buying, just kind of anxiously getting on board here, buying a bunch at 24, so we need the support level to hold. Okay, blue professional down bar here, we need these to hold and to turn around and come back up through 25s. Back to entry point. Go breaking up through 24.5, so these blue professional bars have held. Coming back, so we should head up through 26s now. So bullish divergence, another blue professional bar on 4500. So finally, I think we've got a change in trend kind of confirmed with this activity. So here we go. We had another spike down, blue professional bar kind of coming, breaking above the highs, towards the highs. Just going to move my target. I'm actually going to move it out to 29.25, just because high at the open was 28.25. Current target 27.25, which is this just above here. And I think if I've got its change in trend right, which I think we're breaking up through resistance here on 500, then we'll hit those highs and travel, because there'll be stops to be run and so on. So potentially a 6-point trade, but let's not, you know, count that too early. Cluster of blue professional bars on 4500 tip bar chart here. And we've got some time to run. 13,000 big reading, 10,000 is a big reading as well on 1500. So let's see, let's break through here, get this thing going. Go, just breaking up through resistance here. All of a sudden everybody's changing directions. We're up at 26s. All these exhaustion buying, 11,000 is a big reading, but I think it's just getting this thing going. Oh, here we go, heading up towards 27s. It's previous high here. Original target's 27.25. I've had a big reading on better momentum, but I think we've got a change in trend here, so it's going to continue on. Just a question of how choppy it's going to be. Keep holding. No blue professional bars yet on 1500. Just hanging around these 26s. Had some blue professional bars kind of come in here and here, but still think we got it's going to burst through. Here we go, kind of testing the highs. This is previous pivot high, 27 even, so as soon as we hit that, we're going to get some fireworks, which has gone to us 27.25. So there should be a whole bunch of stops kind of sitting there. That should get us through to 28s. Okay, pullback's coming on the 500 tip bar chart. So as I'm stretching a little bit to get out at 29, kind of above here, but this is a very big reading, so a little bit of time to run on the 45. So let's see what we can do. Okay, well, we finally run those stops above 27 now, coming up to the previous high, 28.25. Just got hit. 29.25 is my target, so still got really high readings on better momentum here, so I'm just hoping for like an exponential move. Got 12,000 on better momentum here on 1500. No blue professional bars on this last kind of push up, but hopefully that will just generate a little bit more excitement. Well, we've had exhaustion patterns here kind of come off a little bit from 28.25. Blue professional down bars though, so hopefully they're picking up here on the 500, kind of take it back through. We haven't seen blue professional bars on this last rise up on 1500 or on 45, so there's the exhaustion pattern here. I think we're still going to come back up through 28s. That was just a technical bounce. Right, here we go. We're having another go at 28.25. Blue professional bars kind of coming on the spike down, breaking above the highs of that. And just hoping for another push through, and just to get a little bit of lift off. Come on. Just taking out 925. All those stops just got run all of a sudden. Blue professional bars kind of come in. And there we go. Blue professional bars on all 3 time frames. Excellent. For 6. Excellent. I was worth it. 4 trades, 6 points. So finally got that change of trend right. Hope you traded well today.